Hey, how you doing today, Miss Smith?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing great, thank you. Thank you for joining us again. We have been following what you've been doing, and you've been doing a lot of great things in the community. And we just want to, say thank you for that. Um, how has things been going?
Pretty good. We've actually done a lot of changes since we last talked. The December event went off without a hitch. A December to Remember was our winter contest where we collected money for to be able to sponsor families in PG County and the DMV area with Christmas presents, gift cards. We put on a virtual game night where we did different Christmas related games and people were able to win gift cards that night. So since then, we've changed from having our Vent with S.A.S peer support groups to having a Vent with S.A.S podcast where we still invite individuals from the community to share their insights about motherhood and different supports that are out there for motherhood and parenting. And right now, we're currently hosting a Makeover a Mom contest where we are looking for one mother from the DMV to honor with a head to toe makeover. That's a
Wow.
hairdo, clothing, accessories, just a full body makeover, and then a mini photo shoot in collaboration with small local businesses. So we've been moving since we last talked.
Wow. That is amazing. That is nice. Still doing these great things in the community. Um, how has that process been for you? Just working through, all of the things that go along with business and just providing these services to these women.
Well, I'll just say that, like, with COVID going on and not being able to really physically interact with people, is definitely presented as an extreme challenge to reach our audience. But having that virtual platform out there, um, something that's readily available for people to constantly pick from, I think has definitely helped us to be able to pivot around that challenge. But with the world opening up, who knows? We might be able to do some of our in person activities. Never know.
Yes, absolutely. So, with the whole mom makeover, what inspired this, and what is the transformation you're trying to make for the mom?
Well, I just remember like when I was pregnant, like after I was pregnant, I didn't look the same. I didn't have the same body. And I was never like dressing up. I was never really taking care of myself. And I remember the very first time and when I did take care of myself. Took a shower, did my hair, did my makeup, and didn't go anywhere, but it just felt good to really take care of the body. And I just know that there's another mother out there who is feeling exactly how I felt, and being able to give back to that mother in honor of Women's History Month, just honoring a mother with a makeover, giving her an experience where she can not only learn about local small businesses in her area, but just having that just girl moment where she could feel good and let her hair down after she's had her baby. Like, it's not just always about the baby. Sometimes we mom needs some love too.
Absolutely, absolutely. That is amazing. I see that that's layered with community and moms also getting those resources and places for them to go and just to feel good and feel great about themselves. This is a very good month for women in general. So we do again congratulate you on all the wonderful things that you've been doing. I see that you have this podcast. Can you tell me more about the podcast and kind of the things that you guys get into and talk about and some of the feedback you've been getting?
So the podcast right now is brand new. Like we just started it last month during February, and our first topic was self care, understanding what self care and self love is all about, being able to fall in love with self, including all your flaws, your highs, your lows, celebrating yourself, and loving on yourself. I had an individual from the community named Christina Wilson. She's the founder of the Play Up My Pretty ministry, and her platform is all about taking your God given gifts and using those to the best of your advantages. Just loving on yourself enough that you don't need the validation from anybody else. You give yourself that validation. And so each month I'm hopping on the podcast. I'm using the Anchor platform, but it streams on Spotify and Apple, and I think a couple other different podcast platforms. But each month I'm bringing on a individual from the community or a group of individuals from the community, and they're talking about different motherhood topics. That's going to be everything from parenting down to potty training, just different aspects of parenting, and being able to share different aspects from different perspectives from different women who are at different levels in their motherhood journey. This month, in honor of, again, Women's History Month, I'm actually bringing a team of women together to talk about their platforms and how they use their platforms to empower and uplift Black women. The first Thriving Woman Thursday post just went out today, in which I introduce our audience to our she hero, Sydney Wilson, who's the founder of From Sib with Love. And so you learn a little bit about Sydney's platform and how she's using her platform as a doula, a childbirth educator. Her list of accolades go on, but she's using her platform to empower the woman that she serves. And then on the 31st, she'll hop on the Vent with S.A.S. podcast, talk a little bit more about her platform and why we as Black women need to be empowered.
Absolutely. That is amazing. I love that. I love that. With everything that you're doing and you're putting out to the communities for people to really dive in and connect with, how important are these conversations that they're being held in the Black community, and then also in the women's community? Because I feel like a lot of times those issues and things aren't dealt with, just because it's always men this and men that, and when it comes to a lot of things in life. So how important are these conversations?
These conversations are so important, especially right now. And if not for any other reason, right now, with the world being the way that it is, not being able to really interact. Granted, people are doing their own things. Like, I won't sit here and act like people aren't still going out, still being around their friends and family, but essentially we're not as interactive as we used to be as a world and as a society. So mental health has taken its own turn in all of this. So having these conversations, if not for any other reason, for the sake of everyone's mental health. So understanding what self-love looks like, having a motherhood tribe of women that can support you throughout your motherhood journey, right, especially right now. Not being able to have your kids out there playing with other kids, you being able to get a break as a mom so that you can even just dress up or give yourself a makeover or have that moment just to yourself is extremely important, because there's too many mothers right now that are suffering in silence. There's no one that's pouring into them. They don't know where to turn so they can get poured into. It's too many of us. And too often those mothers are the ones that, who need that support. They don't ever reach out and get it, and they're the ones that need it the most. And so having these conversations and having these platforms that are readily available where moms can either tune in or pick from, a tip or a piece of advice, I think is extremely important. And why we today still don't understand why Black women need to be empowered, I have no idea. And I'm hoping that this month that I can get this group of women together that can kind of explain that a little bit more, why we need this support.
Absolutely. Now, for somebody who might not notice or might not be able to, see these signs or these things that, not if for any issue, but just for relevance and just to have a connection to, a group or a group of people or a group of women who, provide this. One, how would you suggest they get in contact with the platform? And then two, for someone who sees in a friend that they might need this type of service or connection or relationship, how would you suggest that to a friend to, hey, look, check out this organization, they do great things in the community for women, pregnant women, and Black women, and this is something that I think might help you?
I guess it just depends on where you get your information from or where you like to receive your information. I know personally I like social media. And so doing hashtag searches, being able to find those was the first way I was able to start finding resources and realizing that they're out there. There are resources that are out there. People just don't know where to look to find them or how to get to them. So for me, it was social media, but there's also being able to find Google. I know Facebook has a ton, and I mean a ton of different support groups that are out there of just different topics. You can put in breastfeeding or potty training, parent, all types of different groups, and being able to just kind of identify what resonates with you. Every group is not going to resonate with you. Every resource that's out there is not going to provide you with the support that you really are looking for. So it's not something that's going to come immediately once you look. You're going to have to turn over a few stones, and that's okay because those stones are out there for you to turn over to find the resources that you need to be able to not only empower yourself but for your overall wellness. Being able to talking to people, like word of mouth is still the best way to get information around. Your friend knows somebody who knows somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody, but you don't know if who that person knows until you actually reach out and say, hey, I need help. It all starts at home with self. Being able to recognize that you need that kind of assistance, either whether it's in mental health or just community resources. Being able to recognize that comes in with self first, and from there it's doing your research because it's there. It's definitely out there, but it's not going to just come because you wish upon a star, if you will.
Absolutely, absolutely. You got to go out there and get what you want, and that's why we're so glad that you're here and that you're representing the DMV area, just making it a little one step closer to them to get that support that they need. Mommy Makeover Contest. How do people get involved? I mean, what if somebody wants to donate a service or a product that they have, or how do you nominate a mommy, or how does the whole makeover process and contest work?
Sure. So it starts with going to our website, www.sassinc.org. And on our contact page, there is a little small form that you put in your demographic information and you tell us why you deserve to win the contest. From there, you go to our Instagram and Facebook. You like us on Instagram at the SAS Movement. You like us on Facebook at Strong Attitude Supporting Sisters Incorporated. You take the flyer that's circulating right now and then you share that on your social media platforms, whether it's Instagram or Facebook. It doesn't have to be both. And you tag three other moms who are to follow those same rules. If the three moms that you tag don't follow those rules, it's completely fine. Your contest entry was you being able to go to www.sassinc.org and entering why you deserve to win the contest. Those small businesses or those who want to just donate overall in general, we are accepting donations via PayPal. And I am looking to again to collaborate with small businesses in the DMV to provide these services to our lucky contest winner. And you can contact me at J Smith, that's JSMITH at SASSINC.org.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So we love what you're doing. Who has been one of the women in your life or in the world that has really inspired you to be, who you are, to be better, or to, accomplish these things that you've accomplished so far in life?
I'm definitely gonna have to say my late mother, Jocelyn Smith. She died when I was 15, but I feel like she equipped me with so much of the world. She
Thanks,
got
Mom.
prepared for the world around me. I do feel like I missed out from 15 on down, up to down, I guess you could say. But I feel like with her, it's her teaching and with her story. And my mom suffered from mental health and silence, complete silence. She had us, her family, but back then, the 90s or early 2000s rather, mental health wasn't as well talked about as it is right now. I'll just say that. So she didn't get to get the support that she really needed, although it may have been there. She didn't know she has to kind of dig a little bit deeper. And so my dad did the best that he could to support her and love on her. Her family did the best that they could to support and love on her. But I think ultimately her mental health was a lot deeper than any of us can really hope to have understand at that time. And she's even the reason why I got into the mental health profession, being able to really understand how the mind works and how it plays on your life throughout time if you don't get that help, especially in motherhood. So, big.
Absolutely. Well, shout out to moms for that love and that experience to keep you moving forward in life, and may she rest in peace. Yeah, I just love what you're doing. I think that is amazing. It's great, and we're definitely interested in continuing to support and follow and share these things that you have, and we want to thank you so much for coming on to the show today. And if you could just tell people one more time where they can follow you at and how they can get connected with you.
You can follow me on Instagram at it's Jerre, Jerre to you, and our S.A.S.S page at the S.A.S Movement. That's on Instagram, Facebook. We are Strong Attitude Supporting Sisters Incorporated. And you can contact me directly via email at jsmith at sassinc.org. Thank you so much for having me again on your platform.
You're very welcome. Thank you for coming by. We really appreciate it. And we, again, just love what you're doing. And I hope you continue to have great success. Thank you. Yeah. I'm fucked up, homie. You fucked up, but if God got us, then we gonna be all right. You see, we got the resources and the tools out here for everybody, man. So, all you got to do really is just to tap in. Show some love, share. I mean, it doesn't cost a thing to share a post. I mean, that's the simplest, easiest way to show love and support. Comment on it, and if you know somebody who might be interested in acquiring these services, these things that we have available for us, man, share it with them, man. Talk to them about it, man. It's the easiest thing we could do, and that's happening right here in the DMV. That's one step closer to maybe something else that you might need. So, but we're gonna be all right. Y'all know what's going on. It's your boy Big Bach, Everything DMV Radio, man. That is our first guest for tonight. We're going to continue this thing. We got to keep it going because we have a lot of people to talk to tonight. Just to name a few, we got Tanel G, VA singer, coming on for us tonight as well. We got King Tay. King Tay is an entrepreneur out of the DMV area, focusing on entertainment, fashion, music. We got a special, a legendary artist out of the DMV. Go is still alive. Rock Mikey himself from UCB. So I thank y'all again for tuning in, and we're gonna keep this thing going tonight, man. So continue to stay locked in with us, and I appreciate everybody who's paying attention, who's viewing right now. I mean, this is what we do. It's your boy Bach, Everything DMV. I cannot have them hit me with that. Whoa. You know what they're gonna do, right? Copyright, and then you can't use the song, and then your whole video gets put back down. And so I'm not gonna do that. But hey, join us back at 7 p.m. We'll be going live with our next guest, which is Tanel G, VA singer. She is dope.